Have you ever wondered how you can determine your financial level? Have you ever wondered if you had what it takes to become financially independent? Most people want to achieve financial freedom and be able to live in the most lavish way, but they often struggle to figure out how successful they have to be. If you want to know where you fall on the financial independence scale, this video is made for you. Hi, Matrix Money Maker here. Today's video is about the 8 levels of financial independence and everything you need to know about being financially free. Make sure to subscribe and watch until the end, because if you don't know at which level you are unlikely to achieve financial freedom. The first level is financial dependency. If you're still obliged to work in order to earn an income that allows you to live, it is highly probable that you are at that level. You certainly have to work because you need to pay your debt and living expenses. Therefore, when you're at that level, your debt payments as well as every other living expenses, whether it is eating, personal health care, or rent, are greater than your income, so you don't have a choice but to work in order to live. The persons at this level are often kids, because without their parents they cannot live, and so they need their parents to put food on the table in order to survive. It also applies to most young people, because just after getting out of university and after obtaining a degree, they are still searching for a job and often rely on their parents to help them a bit while doing some side hustles. In addition, a professional at the start of his career can also find himself at this level. Often, as young professionals immediately get a job, the first thing which comes to mind may not always be saving. It is not a bad thing to find yourself at this level unless you're starting to be an adult, because we all start at this level where we need someone to live under a roof. Level 2 is having some money saved. Having some money saved means that you are starting to prepare for your future or emergencies. At this point, you're basically saving a big amount of your income in order to invest or to be cautious. Living paycheck to paycheck is often a manner that numerous people have. The thing is, living that way is not necessarily beneficial for you. Furthermore, at this level, you should be able to pay off your debt as the time goes by in order to free you from this burden and to make your way to financial freedom. You should be able to live a pretty decent life, and your income should be greater than all your other living expenses for you to save some money. As you are able to manage your life and create a balance, people often refer to this level as financial solvency and stability. A study was made in the United States by the Federal Reserve, and the results were that 40% of American households could not cover $400 of unexpected expenses. Sometimes unpredictable things can happen to us, such as a car problem, getting sick, and having to go see the doctor, or even someone in our family might get sick. Therefore, we must be ready and have the money on the side to cover those misfortunes. This is one of the most important steps toward financial freedom. The third level is enough money to slow down. Having enough money to slow down means that you have enough money to take your foot off the gas and enjoy life a bit more. For some people, this means being debt-free. Now, living debt-free and having all your debts paid off has different meanings for different persons. Some might consider living debt-free when they have paid all their credit card debt and student loans. At that point, they consider themselves debt-free and able to slow down in their jobs. For others, it means to simply have paid all your debts, mortgages, loans, credit cards, and everything else. Having enough money to slow down is a great level to be at, because at this point, if you're working a job in which you're not necessarily passionate about, you could switch and opt for a less stressful and more enjoyable career. Even though this will lower your income, You will still earn enough money to save or invest as you don't have any debt to pay. 4. Enough money to take a break. Achieving this level of financial freedom requires you to save a lot of money while you work in order to have enough to be partially independent. You've reached this level of financial independence if you are able to make decisions about whether you want to still work or you want to quit your job, at least temporarily, and take a 2 or 6 months sabbatical. This means that at this level, you could take vacations from time to time to resource yourself and enjoy life while you have a lot of energy. Saving your money to completely or temporarily quit your job can seem impossible and scary. But the thing is that it is not as complicated as it seems, at least if you give yourself the means and set your mind for it. It can take a while, a period of time, but saving enough money to take a break is an important step towards financial freedom. Even though being at this level does not necessarily allow you to quit your job definitely, it sure allows you to make your own decisions when it comes to taking a good vacation and stop for a moment. To compare, if you took a break from work at level 1 when you're completely dependent, you would for sure find yourself on the street. At this level, you're free from your boss, employer, or agency. The good thing about reaching this level is that during your break, you could recharge your batteries and try a lot of new stuff. In fact, during that time, you can search for a new, less stressful job or even start a business or some side also in order to figure out what you're going to do in the future. And if you're not interested in quitting your job, you may want to visit or live in a foreign country for a few months or travel around the world to discover more adversity. The point is, you could do everything you want during your break when you reach this level. Financial security. Reaching a level of financial security means that at some point, all the money you invested starts to produce enough cash flow for you to live from it. This simply means that when your investments have grown enough, there will be all you need to cover all your annual survival expenses. However, this is not probably the ideal spot to retire unless you are a very simple person. Notice that survival expenses means all the things such as water, food, entrance, and rent that you need to only survive. Survival expenses does not include your Netflix payments or restaurants meals or any other futile living expenses. It covers only the essential things you need in order to survive. Even though it is not that pleasant, it is important to keep this level in mind because it does give you security. Moreover, from this level, you could actually survive if you were fired from your job, and you would have a certain peace of mind, which is essentially very important. Arriving at this level is more likely that you will achieve financial independence. Level 6. Enough money to retire young. Assuming you started your career very early and are very successful. If you have achieved one of the previous levels and have your investments that are bringing you back enough cash flow to maintain your lifestyle, you could potentially retire at a pretty young age. The advantages are that you have more time to experience the world, try new stuff, and find yourself and your passion. At this level, you could try to start a career as an investor, or even start a business and enjoy yourself in it. If you're willing to completely stop working and retire, you could travel the world and search for new challenges like learning a new language and living in a foreign country for several years. The potential disadvantage is that if you're not cautious with your spendings and expenses, if you don't manage your money well in the beginning, you may run out of money and find yourself in a difficult situation in the future. Level 7. Enough money to retire comfortably. This is basically the level of financial independence, and this level is usually based on the 25x rule. The 25x rule allows you to calculate the amount of money needed for you in order to retire. This rule applies if you have saved 25 times your annual expenses to prepare for your retirement. At this level, you can enjoy your current standard of living for the rest of your life and be able to retire comfortably. You have enough money to enjoy new hobbies and adventures such as golfing and any other sports or even traveling. You would be able to maintain your current lifestyle or maybe even be able to live a better life if you add your investments revenues. The thing is, you will have an abundance of time free for you to use however you would like. If you have acquired a good amount of assets to compound over the years, a gold medal to you, because you are indeed part of the few ones who managed to achieve this level of financial independence. The last level of financial independence is financial freedom or abundance. Arriving at this level simply means that the cash flows from your investments and assets is way more than you will ever need. At this level, your money is expected to outlive you and may be passed on to generations. You know you're at this level when you have an incredible peace of mind and you know that the money is not a problem anymore. The price of things does not even cross your mind and you can basically purchase everything you want. Spending your money at that point actually takes effort. Furthermore, even if a crisis or a crash happens, if you're at this level, you would probably still have enough money to cover your needs and the ones of your family. Reaching that level is at the hands of anybody that is willing to work hard and smart in order to thrive financially. And this is where we aim to bring you guys with this channel. Subscribe and turn on the notification so you don't miss more videos about how to make money, personal finance, investing, and much more. Check out the latest video about the 4 different paths to achieve financial independence. Take care.